So, BDC round 2, and this time we're at Driftland, somewhere I know. It's kind of weird, like, when you come to an event like this. It's the first time, and like, how long has that car been built? Quite a while. But so many people are asking me why it sounds the way it does. It's got some weird noise. And we've had loads of different answers, so I'm gonna go and find out if we know. We'll go and stick camera in some people's face and see if they'll put their money where their mouth is about what they think it is. And we're going to see if we can solve what that noise is. I don't know if we want to change it because I quite like the way it sounds, but it does sound different and everybody thinks it's weird. Right, we got Mike here. He knows lots of stuff about turbos. So what do you think the reason is my car makes a weird noise?
I think because you painted it like a Jetsons car.
Excellent answer.
That's why. No, actually probably because I think the boost controller is probably getting the wrong signal. I think that's why. I think it's just getting a too long a distance between pulses, so close.
Science, right?
But,
we will.
but then the logs don't show that because you don't get a fluctuation boost control. So it really is a deep and dark mystery.
So Mike told me I had to log some stuff, so I have to show him some logs from yesterday, which might tell us some answers, and hopefully
logs are the most powerful resource you have when trying to work out problems. So at least you've got them an ECU that logs all your stuff.
Yeah.
So that's
and I've used it. I've used that.
Used it.
Yeah.
Someone who actually uses the things that they have.
Right. So that's answer 1. We have another guess. Connor, what do you think? Why does my car make a weird noise?
Water valve, maybe.
Right, guys, what do you think? Why does Craig's car sound like the Jetsons?
So, the wastegate is too big, and what's happening is, as you're building boost pressure, the big wastegate opens, you lose too much pressure in the exhaust, which then means the turbo stalls, boost pressure goes down, so the wastegate shuts. And this keeps happening. Yeah.
And you're full boost doing this?
Yeah. So the wastegate goes...
Where's the camera? Where's the camera? And then we hear it, they're like... And it sounds amazing, but it doesn't work right.
No.
Okay, right. There's another answer, guys.
Oh, there's a million answers. There you go.
Right. Why do you think my car sounds like the Jetsons?
I think it sounds like it because when the dump valve is going off, basically, or the wastegate is going off, it's fluttering back through the turbo at the same time as the boost is coming on. So basically they're fighting against each other.
So Martin's idea is my favourite idea because it requires me to do nothing, and that's just the way it is.
Just like it, that is different.
Exactly.
We all want different.
Yeah, thanks Martin. Dynatune today, and I'm here to do so we're here to look at why the car makes a weird noise. It makes this sort of Jetsons car, like a choo-choo thing. And already we've discovered that we've got a bit of an issue. So, which could nuke the car, but luckily this has happened since Driftland. But we have a T-piece that was broken, and the T-piece was on the map sensor, between the map sensor and the fuel regulator. So I literally came to try and get the idle sorted out in that, but if I'd gone to Three Sisters with that broken and not realised and gone out on a run, we would have blown her up because we had no boost control and the fuel pressure wouldn't have changed. So luckily I got a clever man. That clever man behind the bonnet, you can see just through there, he's hiding. He's came and fixed my shit, yeah. Craig Spec boost hose. So I'd been having issues with the car idling, and then what I'd done, as you can see in here, is without realising, I'd changed these values. So you go like 31 to 13.5, 30, and it was idling down and around here. But that's because it was reading zero boost. There was no vacuum. But now when we're running it on, now with the map sensor back, and we've got the. We did have to adjust the warm-up enrichment as well. It was a wee bit, what do you call it? Still a wee bit rich, so that we have dropped these down a bit. And like now we're at Lambda. Lambda was down at like 0.7 before, so with all the. As a kind of thing, like when I didn't like not even realizing it, doing like something like BDC, like there is a lot of sitting about, and with your car on idle, and if it's not idling right, your car is fouling up the plugs, and I was finding it was fouling it up, but that's because, well, I think it was fouling them up, but actually now with seeing what was going on with the map sensor, it's been not quite fouling them up. It fouled them up really badly after I'd broken that T-piece, which was luckily after Driftland. But changing that warm-up enrichment, it still was running a little bit rich, so I just wanted to be like mint all the time, sitting in the queues. I don't want to be ended up with a car sort of having issues with idle and cutting out, which it did last time, and then my starter was getting warm and then it wouldn't want to start. So yeah, all this reliability, no power, reliability. It's good when your car drives though. That's what I'm interested in. So what I was finding before is like, so my Lambda was like sitting at like 0.7 when the fans kick in, so it was getting really rich, and then as soon as the fans would kick out, so we thought it's been battery or an earth issue. Fans are on now. Lambda's at 1. So there was a setting in the link, and it was adding 0.2 milliseconds to when it was on idle. So normally Chris doesn't need to change that, but we've now removed it. Now idle is bang on. Isn't it weird that I get really excited about shit like idle? There's one other person as well that I didn't record, and he had an idea as well, which I'm hoping is the right one, because it's what we're starting with. So Mr. Bacon, James Finn Bacon, thinks that it's something to do with the frequency the boost controller is set out. Now, because that requires us to just change something on the link, we're going to start with that. That's his changer to 20 Hertz. Boost is coming in exactly the same. Not quite too sure if I can tell the difference in here, so we're going to leave it at 20 Hertz and see what it sounds like at track. And we've checked, if we change it back to 10 Hertz, makes no difference. So might just make a difference to the noise. So we're a wee bit down on power. So we're doing a compression test, just to make sure that Craig's really disappointed. Very good. Right, well, Chris has got a wee bit worried about why we're down on power, so we're going to call it there and not put the car through any more stress than it needs to. Which is a little bit. I hate coming to the dyno. I just get disappointed about stuff most of the time. But compression tested it. She is good. We've cleaned up the spark plugs, heated them up just to get them nice and clean. Three Sisters is in a few days' time, so I've got no time to work out what is going wrong with her, or if it is anything major. She's not detonating, you know, there's no knock coming from her, so Chris is just taking some timing out of the top end, so the car will be super safe, but down on power for Three Sisters. So hopefully that might make it more difficult to drive, I don't know, but probably won't be the smoke machine it was. We know we're at least 40 breakdown, and he's taking some more timing out. So right guys, everything crossed for Three Sisters, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe now. If you don't, you're a beep.